This is the one movie that's leaving all of the others in its tracks.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Go back to the magic.
It works!
Back to the action.
Whoa, this is heavy.
Back to the past.
It's an absolute dream.
Take it for yourself.
Back to the future. Michael J. Fox. Christopher Lloyd. Steven Spielberg presents Back to the Future, a Robert Zemeckis film. Rated PG, now in select theaters. Check newspapers.
Dear Daddy, I haven't given you enough time to write back to me, but I couldn't wait and write another letter to you. It's St. Patrick's Day 2021, and how did I celebrate? Well, of course, I watched Back to the Future again today. And I know what you're thinking. What a loser! The reason I assume that's what you're thinking is because that was your nickname for me growing up. We had some laughs. But let me ask you a question. Would a loser have a friend to talk about Back to the Future with? No, only a cool, handsome winner would. And that's what I am. Or at least that's what I tell myself I am to get through the day. Either way, I just wanted to let you know that I have a very special friend joining me for tonight's podcast episode. So I hope you listen, Daddy, and I hope maybe you reach out. And I hope maybe this year on Christmas you'll at least let me drive by and wave hello. You and Mother, you are tough nuts to crack. Well, at least that woman who I thought was my mother for the last 2 years was tough, but it turns out she was just frightened for her life. But that is the story of our lives, isn't it? Yes, it most certainly is. Well, apparently I've run out of things to say, so I can't think of anything else to type here except type. Why did I type that? Just to show you how quickly I can type, even though it makes no sense because you're reading this after the fact. Either way, Father, happy St. Patrick's Day. On this, the 17th of Marchy McFly, 2021. Love, your son, Michael, and his friend.
One, two, three.
Marchy McFly, Marchy McFly. Marchy McFly is Marchy McFly. Marchy McFly is Marchy McFly.
Every day in March, I'll be doing the same thing. Watching my favorite movie. Back to the Future, once a day, all month long. 31 straight days for me. Great Scott, this is heavy. It's called Marchy McFly. Follow along with my podcast. Did I mention there's a podcast? It's called Marchy McFly. Won't you please check out my podcast? Please just subscribe to my podcast. It's called Marchy McFly. The podcast is called Geek Mentality, but this is called Marchy McFly.
Hold it, fellas. I'm afraid you're just too darn loud. Next, please. We have the next group, please.
Day 17. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm here once again talking about Back to the Future after seeing Back to the Future for the 17th time in 17 days. But my parents were wrong. I do have friends. And with me tonight is one of those friends. You remember him from Joggist. Now, live from his office in a wig, the one, the only, Eric Lapointe. Hello, Eric. How are you this evening?
Doing well. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, and I am excited to. Am I correct in hearing that you've watched Back to the Future every day too for the last 17 days?
I haven't watched in the last 5 years.
You see, folks, I do research when I want to get guests. I get the best guests, and here's the thing, folks. This is an audio medium, but he did prepare something for me this evening that I'm looking at constantly, and I can't stop looking at it. And he is, even though he's right now probably itchy as hell, he's being committed and he's sticking to it. And if I didn't see the container it came in, I would not believe that he has a official Back to the Future 2 wig, not Back to the Future 1. So technically that wig should be for next year, but Back to the Future 2 wig. Eric, how did you get this wig?
All right. So originally this was twofold. It was supposed to be a Ric Flair wig. And then actually, sorry, this is bad. Already goofed up.
Wait.
Roddy Piper. Sorry, Roddy Piper. Yeah.
Ric Flair, that's like blonde.
That's right, exactly.
Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper wig. Yes, it's supposed to be a Roddy Piper wig. And then it was on sale for $5. So
where did you find it, on Amazon or
online? Yes, somewhere online. No, even like sub Amazon is one of those black market ones.
Flamazon.
Yes, Flamazon.
So why was it going to be a Roddy Piper wig? Now you've opened up.
All right. So Halloween outfit originally.
Okay.
So I actually had the kilt and everything. I was like, oh, this will be good for
the
Back
hot
to the
rod
Future.
shirt.
Yeah, I have that.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
In a kilt.
I feel like you had the kilt already.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, I had the kilt for a while.
So this wig has nothing to do with this evening. It just
happened. It just happened.
Happy accident. And when you look at the wig, it has nothing to do with Back to the Future. It doesn't even look like McFly's feathered hair. And yet there is a picture. Can you hold up the picture? I might try to take a screenshot of this later. There's a picture of Back to the Future 2 with a guy that looks like someone we both went to high school with in the same wig. And there is a DeLorean in the background. And he seems to be wearing the vest. I don't know why it's Back to the Future 2. And I don't know how they got away with that logo. But does it say anything about Universal Pictures on it or anything?
No, it's made by Fun, as you can tell.
It's made by Fun?
By Fun.
For Fun. Look at that.
Yeah.
Marty McFly wig.
Believe it or not, his wig looks better than mine.
You know, when I think of Back to the Future, the first thing I don't think of is Marty's crazy hair. You think Doc's hair? George's hair? Biff's hair? So this is my favorite thing. Right before we got on the air, when we did Joggist, Eric came to me with this like long trivia thing, and it was awesome. Tonight he texted me about 3 minutes before and says, "I don't have any ideas. I haven't seen Back to the Future in 5 years."
I never even seen part 3 in my life.
What?
Never.
So that you'll have to definitely come back for that in 2 years from now.
Right.
So
but we can talk about part 1 though. I have watched it enough times.
Yes, I would say even though this month is focused on part 1, talk about anything you want to with anything to do with Back to the Future. You've never seen part 2. You have a friggin' wig from part 2. He's trying to be subtle, but ladies and gentlemen, my co-host has never seen part 2 or 3, and you know what? It doesn't matter because we're here for part 1.
Well, thank God.
It actually works out great. If he wants to come back next year, it might be a bit of an issue.
I'm not gonna be invited back.
Did you see Back to the Future in the theater?
Yes, I did.
So
third grade. All right. So I remember seeing it. Salem Try.
The Salem Try.
So 3 movies. That's what it was. It was right before school started. I think it was 3rd grade. Great movie, and I still enjoy it till like today. It's still
not today. Like 5 years ago. But.
Well, no. I know. I always say it's my favorite movie. I just haven't watched it in 5 years.
I can easily say the same thing.
Yeah.
I used to watch it every night falling asleep.
Right.
And all the way through, I haven't watched it in years.
Right.
Now I can't stop watching it.
Well, you're committed to it right now.
But I didn't go see it in the theater.
No, you mentioned that. Now, when did you start on obviously VCR?
I feel like I have a memory of seeing it in my old den on the old VCR.
Right. All right.
And and then I liked it and came and went. And I don't think it was till seeing part 2 that I started really being like, oh, I need to go back and see the first one. And then I got the VHS box set.
And that's fine. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as when I was younger until I do now. Now it's I really do say it's probably one of the better movies.
No. It's perfect, my friend. Look have you listened to my shows and what they do?
Yeah, you have production, you have singing going on.
I'm sneezing and I'm not even going to edit it out. Wait. Oh, baby. I'm not editing that out. Editing it out is for professionals. And oh yes, wait.
I always like to think about this movie though. What's going on in the movie that could not go on today?
That's a good thought.
Yes. I mean, you look at it, there's a lot going on there that wouldn't be acceptable with today's movies, I don't think.
Like
making
glossing
out
over the fact,
making out with your mom.
Making out with your mom, glossing over the fact that Biff technically sexually assaulted Lorraine.
A bunch of racisms living in the town.
Yes, it is that high school
Racist.
is extremely white.
Right.
I didn't look up 1955 California, but I'm assuming it was segregated. I'm saying,
yeah.
It's very white.
Yes, right, absolutely, yeah, and it's nothing else.
This is nope. I'm not editing shit. This is going on.
I was so prepared for Jaws.
He nailed it with Jaws.
That's right.
No, but the big thing that gets glossed over for me is if I were to find out that my dad was going to the point of climbing into trees to watch my mother, because I think that was the mother, watching her change, I think I would be a little creeped out by that for years. I mean, George is a peeping Tom. Right.
And then when Marty gets hit, she ends up falling in love with Marty, right? So,
she's just boy crazy. She fell in love. If you see this, she has pictures of boys all over her room. The moment she sees Marty, she falls in love with him. Then George saves her. She falls in love with her. She does a great job, but sometimes they make her character a little too shallow. And I feel like people might complain about that if it was out now. I'm nailing it. I'm nailing it.
I got nothing. All I know is 88 miles per hour.
88 miles per hour flux capacitor, Doc Brown. What else we got here?
I'm dying here.
So you've never so you don't have, do you have it on DVD or VHS?
I know. I actually I could watch it right now. I bought it on iTunes.
Very good.
That's all.
I have it on Google movies, whatever the hell. It's all the same thing. If you sign up for movies anywhere, you can watch it on anything.
I'm going to do that too.
You should do that.
Exactly.
It's a free advertisement for them. I was going to say something else really quick. We were talking. Oh, I was going to say, did you ever have it on Laserdisc? Because I have a distinct memory of seeing my only time ever watching Laserdisc was at your house in high school.
What movie was that?
It's tough. I feel like it was a concert.
It was Guns N' Roses concert live in Tokyo.
Yes, and they had nudity. Like
And
they
you had- well,
were
that was the
were
bootleg.
flashing themselves.
Those were the bootlegs.
Okay.
But you're right. The Laserdisc, you had to get up and manually flip it when the
I was
movie
like,
was
wow,
halfway over.
the video is so crisp.
And the disc is so big.
It was so you had to it was like in a pizza box.
Flipping it over. What else?
So
Congratulations.
Here's the thing I wanted to talk about. I wrote, who cares? Just shoot the shit. If we somehow make it related to Back to the Future, it works.
All right. How about music? All right, music. Did you want to play guitar after watching that movie?
I might have.
I did.
I
wanted to.
Well, you did then.
I wanted. Well, later on, yeah. 12 years later, I started taking lessons.
Do you still play guitar?
No.
We were going to do an open mic years ago. Remember?
I remember that.
We both went to the open mic. and somehow I went on stage and you didn't.
Right. This is the reason why.
That was I haven't done that in so long.
Because you're talented and I'm not.
No, I just haven't. No, but we were gonna do it together. I was gonna try to sing "One Love."
Oh no!
Quiet.
Oh.
Are you not a U2 fan anymore?
No, I'm a U2 fan. It's just that time period.
The time period of the song or the time period of the open mics?
I'm telling you my life.
This has nothing to do with Back to the Future, but I was listening to a podcast the other day and they were talking about Taken. You ever see Taken?
The movie?
Yeah.
No.
I'm just gonna start listing movies until you've seen one.
I don't even like movies.
The movie Taken came out in 2008, and they were like, the whole thing was the daughter wanted to go to Europe and follow U2 on tour, and they made a joke like, what teenage girl wants to follow U2 in 2008? No, but teenage, like that's us in 2008 is one thing,
right?
But like if you were in high school, could you imagine a high school kid in 2008 going like, I gotta follow Bono on the Edge?
No, but I did that 2009 when I was a grown adult.
Yes, that's completely normal.
No,
so seeing Marty, I did own the soundtrack.
I did not,
and I believe it said on the soundtrack that that Johnny B. Good was performed by Marty McFly and the Starlighters, and it's not Marty McFly.
Liars.
But that
for the longest time, I always thought that was him playing though.
Right, because he can kind of play,
right.
But he had a teacher in the guy who played bass in the Pinheads was actually his guitar teacher for the movie because he did a good job of making it look good. But I have a future episode that's going to be dedicated a little bit to the music of here's one for all you lovers out there.
Earth Angel.
Earth, that is correct. Ding, we got one. Boom, boom. See, if this was video, it'd be completely fine because the wig it makes the whole thing.
Oh, awesome.
Every time you go, I don't know, it just doesn't matter because the wig is perfect. It's shifting on your head.
I'll tell you another funny thing. This is not really Back to the Future related, though.
Yeah,
you were talking about Family Ties. I always thought the name of the show was Shauna and I, because at the end, they go Shauna and I.
You thought the show was Shauna
and I.
What about the fact that it said Family
Ties? Couldn't read.
So I did mention, that
right.
Crispin Glover was on an episode of Family Ties, and the Save the Clock Tower lady was on an episode of Family Ties. Did you hear that?
I heard that episode. I don't remember her because I haven't seen the movie.
Because that was yesterday. I want to make sure you're up to date.
Yes.
So you're up to date on the episodes?
Yes, I'm up to date on the episodes.
You said you were listening at fast speed, which is completely normal because that's how I listen to every podcast, either 1.5 or 2. If I listen normal now, it seems slow.
No, it was good.
I can't take your hair moving.
I'm sweating.
Your hair shifting, and it's like all of a sudden I just see forehead. You look
just so
like a newscaster.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a hat. I can't believe this. This is the greatest episode of my life.
It's not. Torture for me.
I watched the episode. I watched the movie this morning. I just saved the pictures, everything I want to do to put the episode up. Literally, I did a little intro. I did like a stupid, those things. I added all I have to do is literally save this, paste it in there, and boom, I'm done. And this counts. This counts. As
are you 17. Sure it does?
It officially. Hey,
it's 16 and a half, I think.
What's your favorite Christopher Lloyd movie?
Back to the Future.
This counts.
All right,
we did it.
I was going to say Taxi.
I thought you were going to say Star Trek 3. Or
didn't know he was on there.
He played a Klingon in some Star Trek. I do remember thinking that he was Jim Ignatowski.
Correct. Yes.
I think there was one episode where somebody gave him pot brownies and he went from a brain to
and who that person was Tom Hanks.
Danza?
Tom Hanks, who also was on Family Ties.
He was the uncle who drank the maraschino cherries.
That's right.
And if you remember, he wanted to beat up Fonzie.
I don't remember that.
It was when this counts, man. I don't give a shit.
This is what Family Ties.
We're going. So on an episode of Happy Days, It was when the new Arnolds with all the wood and everything. Remember, the Happy Days just kind of went from the 50s to the 70s. They skipped the 60s altogether.
Oh, right.
This guy showed up. Tom Hanks showed up to fight Fonzie. Fonzie was getting an award for like a good friend. And at one point, he finally goes, Fonzie's like, give me one shot. And Tom Hanks goes, yeah, kicks him. And Fonzie goes, whoa, in slow motion, goes out the window. And Tom Hanks is like, ha, I did it. And then Fonzie comes back in. He's like, fine, obviously. And then they end up shaking hands and become friends. It's classic. It's a classic.
Is it better than the Malachi Crunch?
Nothing is better than the Malachi Crunch.
Of course.
Of course. I'm trying to think. Is Michael J. Fox ever on Happy Days? He was not.
No.
He was in Midnight Madness.
I saw that. I actually saw that play about a week ago. I saw that more recent than I've seen
Play?
Back to the Future. What?
Did you say you saw that play?
No. I saw that. I've actually bought that movie recently.
Midnight Madness. With the giant. What is it? The scavenger hunt, right?
Scavenger hunt. Yeah. The all-nighter.
I love that movie as a kid. I have not seen it in a million years. I can't wait to do Midnight Maduary.
Midnight. No, don't. I'll be on it too. I'll just ruin your podcast.
You're like, I haven't seen it, but I own it.
But I own it. I own Back to the Future 2 and 3. Now 2 I did see, but 3 I have not seen. Now 2 I've only seen like maybe once or twice though.
See 3. I remember sitting in the theater for 2. Did you see 2 in the theater?
No, I did not.
Right at the end. Well, the end, like, as much as 2 is kind of flawed or very flawed in certain things, the end I love.
2, I don't remember how it ends.
It's well, you know what? Who cares? It's not like I'm like, oh no, I'm giving it away a year before I talk about it. But it's the Doc disappears, and then the guy shows up from Western Union. He's like, we've had this in our possession for like 70 years or whatever it was, and it was a letter, and he's like, there's only one man who could help me, and he goes back to the original Doc who let the other Marty go. I love that ending. But I remember in the theater that happened, and then it ended, and then it went right into a trailer for the third one because they made them both at the same time.
I remember that too. Yes.
And then it came out the following year. I was like, oh my God, they're in the Old West. What's going to happen?
Now, did you see the third one in the theater? You said?
Oh yes, yep.
So 2 and 3. Okay.
We waited. I stayed in my seat, and I lived there for a year. Do you remember that year I was I was missing from high school? Actually, damn it would have been
8th grade.
Well, let's see. Yeah, it would have been 89. It would have been the summer before we started high school.
Yeah, that's right.
We are killing it.
My grandmother died.
Jesus Christ. I just nodded a little. That's not funny at all. That's why.
If I'm gonna ruin the podcast, I'm bringing it right down.
But I meant to mean is I shouldn't have laughed at that. It's not funny that I did that, and yet you just like such a random. Oh yes, it's like wah wah. I remember that day.
I'm gonna do whatever I can to make this doesn't get broadcasted. I can't even speak normal.
There's no chance this isn't going.
Oh, trust me, I can change it real quick.
I can edit a few things out if I have to.
That's it.
So yeah, here's why I'm glad about this is because this is day 17. So after that, I have 18, 19, 20. I have 13 more days after this. I think, yeah. And I keep like a page of notes, and some of the notes I'm like, that's awful. What the hell does that even mean? I don't even know. But I have ideas for like specific
episodes. At least you
episodes.
have notes.
I have a window with I watch the movie, a window with notes, and I was like, oh, she's drinking vodka. Bloop, 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 bloop. She's drinking beer. She's an alcoholic. But I have like for specific episodes, I have like 2 ideas. And notes, I have one. They could be stretched out into an episode, so it's like then I have 10 more shows. I got to do something.
Let me try to redeem myself if I can.
I'm ready.
All right.
I put you up to the challenge.
I'll talk to you first about it just to make sure that I'm ready because this is bad. I apologize. I can wing it, no problem.
You're doing it.
Oh yeah. This is how many? Ugh.
Oh wait,
So-
are you gonna?
You don't even what's that?
No, I thought you said you were gonna redeem yourself right now.
Oh, not right now. No. I don't. Later on, maybe. Can I come back on to redeem?
Oh, on this
Yeah.
show? You want to come on this show?
Not anymore. Sorry, we're full. Chris will be in all week now. Thank you.
I put out feelers to Woody Allen and Bill Cosby and OJ to see
And
if,
Chris.
yeah, I keep mentioning Chris is coming up, and hi Chris, I know he's behind, but I haven't asked him, like I haven't officially said, hey, do you want to pick a date yet?
Do it soon, because
I only have, so there's at least one more day, hopefully, because he talking with him, he was like, it is a perfect movie. I'm like, it is, and then I watched it over and over. I'm like, but wait, and I'm like, this is stupid. That's not what this movie's about. Having to nitpick the science perfectly.
well, yeah. What mistakes have you found though? I mean, after
It's not
watching, how's it different halfway through watching it?
It's not like it's mistakes. It's like they're trying to get a hold of like the time travel and the loops and like, so the Marty that we see at the end who jumps in the DeLorean,
Right.
he lived his whole life with Lone Pine Mall, right? Because the Lone Pine Mall's there. So he's lived the life with these cool parents.
Mhm.
Hasn't he? I guess. But like, that's where I was like, maybe none of that happened until he went. This is why I said, well, maybe it should have said Twin Pines Mall when Marty ran up, but then they leave and it says Lone Pines Mall. This is me constantly thinking about this movie and overthinking it. You look like Marv Albert.
I thought like Marty McFly. I got the Marv Albert wig.
Marv McFly. That if you said it was Marv Albert, I'd say that's perfect. Like it's like a hair helmet. It is well coiffed.
Yeah, $5, not bad.
Not bad. You shouldn't have said anything and just tried to get away with it. And I would have been like, anything new, Eric? No, nothing's new.
I'll wear it all day tomorrow at work. See what happens.
See if you can get away with it. I'm sure you.
Yeah, see my parents say, yeah. Come on.
It's brown too. It's a little lighter than your normal hair color.
What else? This is so bad. Oh, I feel so.
No. You never apologize. Believe me, when I do these shows, I'm like, oh man, did that stink? And then I look at the download numbers. I'm like, who cares?
Do people actually download this? Oh, that makes it worse.
Yeah, it's not just you, but everyone who's listening, we appreciate it. If you're still listening at this point, congratulations.
Yeah. Can we talk about Jaws?
Yes. If you're still listening at this point, the code word is cinnamon. That's from an old Jim Carrey on the Tonight Show. I feel like I've used that so many times. On Twitter, #Marchy McFly cinnamon. Now we'll see all the tweets coming in from all the listeners. #Marchy McFly wig. Wig is the code word. Now we've just updated the code word to wig. Yeah. Type that into Twitter and you can get a chance to win a free retweet from me. Pretty exciting.
I'll do it.
Well, you can't win. That doesn't count if you do it.
Tell me about it. After tonight.
So, Michael J. Fox. Fan? Imagine if you're an anti-fan. You're like, I really don't like him. He's always complaining now. He's a big jerk. Did you see the Curb Your Enthusiasm with him?
No, I don't watch television.
Have you seen what is it? Anything Ever? Since Jaws? Have you watched? You probably watched Jaws 3 many times though.
I did see that in the theater. Yes.
I saw Jaws 3 in the theater.
Yeah,
wait, no. My brother saw Jaws 3. I saw Jaws the Revenge in the theater.
I did not see that.
And I remember going.
That was you.
That was me. Yep. I was like, oh my God, this is finally this Mario Van Peebles is gonna have his big breakout moment.
Didn't happen. No, I'm just. Yeah.
Any other troubling things about Back to the Future now that you could
just
think
too
of?
Damn long. Just too damn long.
We're gonna now. You realize I put in the Zoom. This is 2 hours long, so we have.
I can keep talking.
We have a good.
It's not good, but it's words.
Is it only 8:15? Did we start at? Oh no! On my screen it says 8:15. On one screen, I was like, swear to God, for a second, I said, "Oh shit, we've only been going 15 minutes." Oh, good. It's 8:45. Phew, phew, phew. Well,
This is my theme song.
actually, that works. Listen, if anyone's looking for Eric, specifically looking for Eric, is there anywhere that they can find you?
No one's looking for me. It's right.
No, he doesn't. He tweets, but he doesn't really tweet.
No.
He Facebook's not
No.
much. He likes a few things here and there. I don't know how to talk about Tinder. He
Not even on that right now.
no. Oh,
No.
I guess yeah. How
No.
could you be really?
Right.
He owns Back to the Future, and he saw it twice if you count the theater.
Right.
And any plugs or anything?
No,
Big
good
promotions?
God, no. Good God, no.
No, it's tax season.
I'd be
So
so that's it. Enjoy your life.
so enjoy your life. You can make sure to I don't know,
No.
spend wisely.
Yeah. Oh boy.
We good?
We're good.
We nailed it. All
Sorry.
right. Listen, no. I had so much fun doing this. You have no idea.
Oh yeah.
I get anxious. Like I'm like I got to talk to someone. Like no matter what, I'm like, oh, because I'm so used to just hitting record and just babbling. Having anything to bounce off was fun, and I get nervous, and just talking about it and laughing my ass off makes it all worthwhile. And doesn't it make it worthwhile to you, the listener? My friends, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Geek Mentality. The website is fansnotexperts.com. The Facebook page is Fans Not Expert. And Eric, what's your social security number and home address real quick? I thought I would trick him, folks. He's a wily one. Don't let the wig fool you. Now it looks like you have a scally cap on. It actually
So itchy.
kind of, it's almost time to take it off. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We nailed it. It happened. It definitely happened.
Oh boy.
And it will happen again tomorrow. But don't worry, it's just going to be me tomorrow. We'll just keep this between you and me. Don't tell Eric. And until then, my friends, happy St. Patrick's Day. Did you do anything special for St. Patrick's Day?
No.
Jesus Christ. We had boiled dinner. Ladies and gentlemen, happy St. Patrick's Day. Until tomorrow, here is my theme song. This is my podcast. I made it. Geek Mentality's what I named it. And I think you should listen and subscribe. Cause I'm kinda funny and awesome. I think that I'm worth your time, and I'm kinda handsome. My mom says, please listen and please subscribe. At least listen to this episode.
Fans Not Experts. What are you looking at, butthead?